Abandoned by the father of her child and with a child to take care of, it was time for Judith to take a reality check. Her life in fragments, with an HIV death sentence hanging over her head, she had to find a way to survive with her child. So it's very rare to find a female conductor. How do you come to the point of being a female conductor?
Then I tried my level best to take my daughter to her family, but they're all abandoned, and my in-laws, everyone abandoned us. So I decided to take it my own way, because I've always done it my own way. And when I came back and I had her, I was at my sister's place. My sister lives in Bina. She's married, so I was with her, and they called me like my girl was sick, so I was so stressed. I came to these guys who are my friends, the taxi guys. I was like, guys, I need their help. I only need 20,000. Then one said, 20,000. You always keep on begging like that. I'd never begged anyone, but that was my first time and someone mentioned. Then I was like, right, if you want me to work for it, I can do. Then there is some guy called Ibra, is the person who I asked, like, okay, let me go with you to town. So I went.
Was a driver of a taxi.
Yeah, I went, I worked, like it was one round, town to Rosia. So I gave him money, and he was like, wow, she has done very good. So he promoted me and gave me some guy called Bombo. So they both promoted me, and there is some guy called Kugeja. They are all my promoters as in doing as a taxi conductor. So that from that time, after those two, I was promoted, that everyone could, even if I find anybody's car, I say that, should I work? And somebody accepts it. So in working in taxis, I worked and I was paying my kid brother's school fees and my daughter's care too. Also my parents for some few needs. Yeah.
So what is your dad's state right now? It's still
bad.
How do you get the courage to live with this?
I always remember what my mom told me, and I always get the click of my dad telling me movie. Yeah, I get many challenges, many people, they abuse me, they do what, and when someone is seeing me working as a taxi conductor, they wait tuned. So I think like they wait tuned, I'm like, I've never been a prostitute in all my life, and I diss prostitution. And someone telling me they wait tuned, that thing pisses me off. Sometimes even I can feel like fighting, but just because I don't have that courage of fighting.
She was tough, she had spunk, and she was making it in a man's world. As a result of her heroic efforts to make an honest living for her child in such challenging conditions, Judith's story caught the attention of her present benefactor, Frank Gashumba. He took her under his wing. You're still watching Life Stories. Thank you for being a part of the show. Joining us is Mr. Frank Gashumba. He did watch Judith's story on NTV News when it was run by one of our reporters, Sudil Biarohanga. He came to NTV and followed up this story. Currently, he's put Judith back into school and got her a better job. He's helping her child and her family. How are you, Mr. Gashumba?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah.
I just want to know, there's so many stories that are run on NTV News. What caught your heart or what grabbed you when it comes to this particular story?
First and foremost, I have to thank NTV for bringing up such stories. Personally, I believe those are the news you want to see, because if you broke a story at Parliament or at the conference center, every media house will be covering it. When you guys came out with such a story, it was a touching one. A girl, she's 22 years, HIV positive, and a taxi conductor. Because I remember her saying that she wakes up at 6 a.m., report back home at midnight. It's unbelievable. Another thing that really touched me, the statement she made, that she's paying a price of not listening to her parents. That as long as parents are telling you something to do, please do it. Because at the end of the day, you can dodge your responsibilities, but you won't dodge the consequences.
So what lessons do we learn as a society from stories such as Judith's?
First of all, you media houses, those are the stories we want to see. That's the news people want to see. Another story that we must get out of this, that don't despise jobs. For example, if Judith had not joined the tax, whatever, the matatu industry in Uganda, how would we identify her now? After you guys breaking the story, we gave her 1 million as a kickoff. Now she's back into school, she's doing tailoring and decorating.
A long time ago, the community prevailed over the individual.
Yes.
But currently, the individual prevails over the community.
Yeah.
People are too individualistic.
Yeah.
Somebody does not care what they've ripped society of.
Yeah.
It's just about me, myself, and probably my family.
Yeah.
That's the attitude we have right now. What is the danger of such an attitude?
It's terrible. For example, if you're living in Munyonyi, in Kololo, in Bugolob, you have each and everything, and your neighbors are starving. They're a threat to our children. So the best present we can give this country is living as a community, sharing the little we have. Personally, I believe you don't have to own a bank to give back to communities.
What you did is a very remarkable thing, because we watch stories of people that are going through hard time on TV, and it's ordinary that everyone might feel sorry, oh, that's so bad. When someone goes an extra mile to actually follow up the story and look for somebody to help them, it wouldn't have been so extraordinary if she looked for you to help her, but you looked for her to help her. What gave you this inspiration? Because it's really unique.
Actually, I was raised from a strong Catholic family, and my mom used to tell us that put yourself in his or her chairs. If it was you begging for water, she taught us a lesson of giving back, of helping. She would always say it in Uganda, "We're fully into your way." How would you feel? Personally, I believe if a story is being run by NTV, their duty is to bring it up, so the rest has to be us to follow it up. And I believe if I'm giving back to someone, I believe I should give him or her the best. So to me, it wasn't so unique that I followed up with Judith from NTV, because NTV is here at Serena, it's a public place. But what is so important, that what society are we leaving to our children? We the Gashumbas of today. You're getting me?
Averagely or ordinarily, speak to me and somebody out there. Why should somebody help someone else? What is the importance of helping?
Justin, how do we thank God for what we are? So the best present we can give God, to thank Him for what we are, is giving back.
Thank you for giving us that ultimate education. I hope that somebody out there now knows better the importance of helping. Judith has turned her life round. She does not consider HIV as a death sentence anymore. It is just another challenge to live with. She's full of confidence and zest for life, ready to flash anytime. A lesson in survival for many young girls.
Girls, we should learn how to live our own life. You shouldn't base on the guy. Instead of conceiving, it's unexpected conceiving. You know, I thank God that I expected my pregnancy, and I always wished to have a child at some early age of 20, and that before my immune gets low. Yeah. So if someone, you know, there's so many, and even just of recent, I saw some girls around, they're moving in their uniforms, they're going to gays. Those people, they have no future. And getting back to the youths, there is no bad job since you can get any income.
I just want to know, how can we make this easier for you?
What bothered me the most is my dad, because, you know, always I see my dad, he's crying. Like, I'd never seen his tears, but since he started living in this life, I've already seen his tears. I've already seen him crying. I feel bad about it, and sometimes when I kneel down to God, I'm like, God, please, can you change things?
It's good you've chosen to leave, and I know somebody will make this easier for you.
Thank you.
All right. Judith's story breaks my heart. This is a girl that someday was under a sheltered and protected home, where she went to school and was provided for by her parents. That all ended by her father, who is today paralyzed and cannot walk. Judith is HIV positive. She is a mother in her early 20s, but was abandoned by the father of her child. This girl is a conductor, and that's what she does for a living. How Judith navigates through that pain to the point that she's happy and embraces every day as it comes still puzzles me. Otherwise, from her story, we learn to love work. We learn not to give up. And I pray that all of you that are going through different circumstances, choose never to quit. Thumbs up to people like Mr. Frank Gashumba, who choose to help those in need. Betterment of life starts with you and I. Otherwise, that was it on Life Stories today. I'm Justine, your host. Thank you for being a part of the show. Remember, you can still catch the show on Twitter and Facebook, as well as YouTube. Stay well.